Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Running right through it. Flexing his muscle again. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. 27 yards on the gain there. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. On 1st down, it's Newton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Newton takes it himself. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
20.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He gets away from one, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Hey. That's right now. 20.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues here to start the 2nd quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Good. Hey.
Newton now to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chris Long in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And pressure gets to him again. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Wait, 20. Go. One play at a time now.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. They'll dump this complete to the bus. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 53 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. On second down, here's Brady. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Newton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Wolfe bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Third and long, it's Newton. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on third and long. Newton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Here we go on fourth. Newton. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing is Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So we've reached half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Fights off the defender. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Newton now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there. 55 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Flush to his right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Brady to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Well, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Give him 16 yards on the play. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Bettis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Able to put it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Newton to throw. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Newton steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A carry now for Bettis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Bettis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A run. This is Bettis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time a road win.
you.